Hello everybody, welcome to Abs and Booty. Today we're going to be working the abs and the glutes. We're going to be doing 45 seconds of exercise with 15 seconds rest in between. I'll demonstrate all the exercises and then we'll begin. The first exercise we're going to do today is on your back, engaging the abdominals. This is the basic abdominal crunch. Use the abdominals to crunch and slide those ribs toward the hips. This is the purposeful engagement here to pull the upper body up. You're not using your hands and shoulders. This is all in that midsection. Then we're going to be going on to reverse crunch. So that's with the legs up, engaging the lower abdominals as well as the pelvic floor. You're basically trying not to pee. Hands by your side across the chest or behind your head as you bring the knees up and in. You want to challenge yourself more? You push those legs out. Good. Using the lower abdominals to keep the back pressed into the floor. The top of the pelvis is always against the floor. The next exercise we're going to do is a wide leg hip lift. Your feet are about as wide as your mat. You're going to engage your glutes and press up. Hands again can be by your side across the chest or behind the head. We follow that one up with oblique crunch. We're going over to the side, sliding those ribs across the body over to the other side, really working the oblique. And then after one side, we'll go on and do the other side. We follow that one up with hip lift. So feet are hip width apart, glutes are engaged. Again, hands by your side across the chest or behind the head. Use your glutes to push the hips up toward the ceiling and lower back down. After this one, we're going to be doing ab curl with reverse curl. Hands behind the head. Core is completely engaged now. As we pull the ribs and the hips together, we come in and back out, keeping the bottom of the ribs as well as the top of the hips against the floor at all times. You exhale each time you go up. And our final glute exercise will be a lateral leg lift. So we've now worked the outer parts of the glute, the inner part, and now we're going to the outside of the hip. Your bottom leg is slightly bent. You can rest your head on your hand, push that heel out, and raise that leg up to hip height. We're going to exhale up and inhale down, bringing the leg up. We don't want to go too high. We want to make sure that toe is always pointing forward and that we're actually engaging these glutes and activating these muscles on the side of the hip, which support your glute area. All right, we do one side and then we flip over and we do the other. Are you ready now? 45 seconds of exercise, 15 seconds, getting ready for the next one. You're on your back now for an abdominal crunch. Let's go. On your back, you're crunching. Hands are by your side across the chest or behind your head. You're bringing those ribs towards the hip. Inhale, back, exhale up. Inhale back, exhale up. Drop on that pelvic floor, always as though you're trying to not use the washroom, making sure those abdominal muscles are working at all times. Inhale down, exhale back up. Really squeeze to work that midsection. Exhale. You've got 10 seconds left. Exhale. Squeeze those abdominals. It's purposeful engagement. You want to make sure that you're working them. Doesn't have to be a large movement. That's good. You rest there. Doesn't have to be a large movement. You want to just make sure that it's engaging in that midsection. You've got 5 seconds. Legs are up. 2, 1, and go. Pulling the knees. We're doing reverse abs now. Sorry, I should have said that. Draw that pelvic floor in. Pulling the hips up towards the rib, really engaging those lower abdominals to do so. Pressing the low back into towards the floor. Purposely engage that midsection, drawing the hips up, pulling up on the pelvic floor, even engaging your glutes. You want to make sure that core is always working. Work intentionally. I'm sorry, I think I just ate a frog. Intentionally engaging the pelvic floor and the abdominal muscles to pull these muscles in. There you go. And now we're moving on to wide leg hip lift. Your legs are wide, your glutes are engaged. Still engaging that pelvic floor and that midsection to support your spine. 4, 3, 2, and go. Squeezing up. Inhale down. Exhale up. You're not just lifting, you're not just pushing up, you're squeezing and lifting through the glutes. You can even lift your toes, pressing into the heels to bring this up. Purposeful engagement of the glutes throughout the entire movement. You've got 20 seconds left. Drawing in on that pelvic floor, contracting the abdominals, always supporting the spine. Squeeze those glutes up. Exhaling up. You've got your final 10 seconds. Really squeeze and make them work. Exhale. 3, 2, and good. All right, you ready for oblique crunch? You can have one hand out or you can have both hands up behind your head. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Crunch across. And crunch, really, purposely engaging those abdominals, exactly like you're trying to wring out a cloth. Wring out that midsection, really wring it, really purposely engaging those muscles to bring the upper body over to the other side. Exhale, keeping both hips in contact with the floor at all times. If you feel that your lower body is lifting as you're crunching over, use those abdominals to press those hips back down into the floor so you can really focus on those obliques. 10 seconds are left. Your final 5, 4, 3, 2, and good. And here we're getting ready to go on to the other side. Take a little breather there. Extend your legs out if you need to. You've got 4, 3, 2, and good. We crunch over and back. We crunch over. Inhale back. Exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. Purposely squeezing and engaging those abdominals. Use your abdominals to push those hips down into the floor. Use your obliques to twist the body to the other side, the upper body over to that opposite side. You've got 20 seconds left. You're wringing out that cloth. Be intentional with these movements, really squeezing that midsection. You're not just going through the motions. You are being intentional. You are working those abdominals. You are getting results. You can feel those results right now. Woo! Exhale. There you go. Now we're doing a hip lift with the feet hip width apart. Use your glutes and you're going to be pushing your hips up to the ceiling. Once again, engaging those glutes. Drop on that pelvic floor. Engage that core and go. Squeezing up and lowering down. You're squeezing and lifting through the glutes. You're not going through the motions of just pressing and pushing your hips up to the ceiling. You are intentionally engaging your glutes to lift up. Your hands now can be by your side across the chest or behind the head. Engaging to lift up. Really squeezing those glutes. Pressing up. That core is engaged. We never let that pelvic floor go. We're always basically trying not to pee, right? You haven't let that go, not through this whole workout. 4, 3, 2, and good. Now we're on to ab curl with reverse curl. So hands here can be by your side across the chest or behind your head. You've got 6 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and go. Crunching up and out. Inhale or exhale up, inhale back. I'll get it here. I've got a frog in my throat. I'm breathing wrong. Woo! Give me a break. Exhale up. Inhale back. Exhale up. Inhale back. Really keeping those abdominals engaged to help press that low back into the floor at all times. Your ribs, the bottom part of your ribs, as well as the top of your pelvis are always against that mat. Really purposely squeeze those muscles of the abdominals. Squeeze them. Squeeze your fists. It helps you work them. Really squeeze them. Make them work. Be intentional. Get results in that midsection. Exhale and good. That's your 45 seconds. Now we're on to the glutes. We're moving on to our side. Bend that bottom leg. Extend that top leg out. You're at hip height. No lower and no higher. Resting your head on that arm. We're going to exhale up and inhale down. Exhale up and inhale down. So again, intentionally engaging the muscles of the hip to bring that leg up. You're not going through the motions and trying to bring it up as high as you can. We want that focus right here. Place your hand there. Feel it. Feel that working. Pressing that heel up and back. Inhale, up and back. Squeezing through the outside of the glutes. You're squeezing. You're not just lifting the leg and going through the motions. Be intentional. Squeeze that leg. Exhale as it lifts. 4, 3, 2, and good. And now we're on to the other side. Steve is really loving being a part of this video today. Thank you for having him. Bend that bottom knee. Extend that top leg out. Engage your glutes. Rest your head on that arm. And exhale up. Exhale up. We're pushing that heel up and back. Working those hips. Feel those muscles contracting underneath your hand. Really squeezing, being intentional with the exercise. Oops, I let my leg come down a little too low. I don't want to come any lower than the hip because I want to make sure that I'm constantly activating those muscles. We want to stay activated throughout the movement because if we get down too far, it's almost like a little rest. I don't want to rest. I want results. I don't want to work with intention. 10 seconds are left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and good. All right, guys, we're back to the start. So on your back, we're doing 3 rounds. We're moving into round 2. On your back, abdominal crunch. Hands by your side across the chest or behind the head. Inhale and exhale up. Inhale back. Exhale up. Purposely engaging those abdominals. Really squeeze them. Squeeze the ab muscles. Place your hand there. If you need to feel that, if you have to place your hand there to help you engage that area, you most definitely do that. You do that what works for you. But you want to make sure you're squeezing and making this exercise intentional. Don't be wasting your time doing a workout and not engaging the muscles. You won't get results that way. Make good use of your time. Be intentional and focused. Exhale up. 4, 3, 2, and good. Now, I'm losing my time here. I can't see. On your back, you're doing reverse crunch in 8 seconds. Chest is lifted. Or sorry, chest is back. Core engaged. Then go. Pulling those knees in. Extend those legs out. Hands by your side across your chest or behind your head. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Really flexing the abdominals to pull those lower abdominals in. Pulling in on that pelvic floor. Bringing those hips up towards the ribs. Exhaling each time you come in. Exhale. Core stays engaged. Place your hands on those lower abdominals if you need to help yourself engage. 4, 3, 2, and good. Okay, wide leg for hip lift. Feet are hip width apart. Core is engaged. Glutes are engaged. We're going to squeeze to lift those hips up in 4, 3, 2, and go. Engaging your glutes to bring those hips up toward the ceiling. Exhale up. Inhale back. Exhale up. Inhale back. Really squeeze your glutes to bring them up. And inhale back. Exhale. and exhale. Really squeezing and purposeful engagement of that glute area. Engaging and pulling in on that pelvic floor will help support your spine as well as help you to engage your glutes and really draw in on those core muscles. 10 seconds are left. And 4, 3, 2, and here we are back to that midsection on that core. We're doing the abdominals, working on those obliques actually. Oh my gosh, I think I went through every muscle there. Shoulders are back, chest is lifted. 4, 3, 2, and good. So chest is lifting up and across the body. You're keeping the top of the hips against the mat at all times. Engaging. So you're using your glutes to push those hips into the floor. You're using those abdominals and those obliques to twist you over to the side. It's almost like you're wringing that cloth. Really make those abs work. If you want to take your hand on the obliques or on your midsection to help you stay focused, you do so. You do that throughout this entire workout. Do what you need to do to make that work. 10 seconds are left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Full breaths all the way. We're not holding our breath. And exhale. That's good there. So each time you're contracting the muscles, when you're really contracting, blow all the way out. It will help you contract even more and give you even more benefit from the workout. 4, 3, 2, and go. We're crunching across. You're crunching across. Bring the body, upper body across. Exhale. And exhale. And exhale. Really working that midsection. Exhale. Woo. Drawing in on that pelvic floor. Once again, it helps you really target those abdominal muscles. To drawing on that pelvic floor, imagine as though you're trying to not use the washroom. Exhaling across the body. 5 seconds are left. Or sorry, that's not right. That's 10 seconds. Now we're 5, 4, 3, 2, and good. All right. Now we're doing hip lift with feet hip width apart. We're doing the hip width apart. We're actually targeting a different area of the glutes. We're getting right underneath the very bottom of the glute. So purposely engaging there, pulling up on the pelvic floor. Engage those abdominals. Ready and go. Squeeze up. Inhale down and exhale back up. Inhale down and exhale up. Keeping those knees pointing to the ceiling at all times. Drawing in on that pelvic floor, helping to engage your glutes and to support your spine. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. We're working this. You got 20 seconds left. Exhale. And exhale. Work those glutes. Engage that core. Exhale up. Be intentional with these exercises. Don't let those glutes go. Even on the way down, you keep them engaged because you are in control of this movement. And good. Now we're going on to ab curl with reverse curl. We're going to bring those legs up, keeping that core engaged. Once again, top of the pelvis is against the mat at all times, as well as the low part of the ribs. 2, 1, and go. We crunch and we extend. We crunch and we extend. Really purposely squeezing those abdominals, really intentionally working that entire midsection. And exhale up, inhale back, exhale up, inhale, exhale, exhale, really squeeze those abs, exhale. 20 seconds are left. Make this work. Draw on that pelvic floor, even engage your glutes, and this will help you really focus on that midsection. When engaging that whole core, we'll do this. 4, 3, 2, and good. Perfect. Now we're on our side. Bottom leg is bent, top leg is extended and at hip height. You can rest your head on the arm. Engage your glutes, push that heel back just a little bit. So we're not ahead here, we're straight from the hip. And lift and lower. Purposely engaging those glutes on that outer hip. So place your hand on your hip so you can feel that working. You're exhaling as you come up. You're coming down only as low as hip height, no lower. We're not resting. We want results. We want to squeeze. Squeeze. And up. 20 seconds are left. Working it up. And squeeze. And exhale. And exhale. Drawing on that pelvic floor again. Making sure that you're putting that focus in the hip. That whole midsection is supported through that core. Your glutes are challenged that way. That's 45. We're on to the other side. Bend that bottom knee. Extend that leg out. Resting your head on your hand. 2, 1, and go. That leg is only at hip height, no lower. You're lifting and extending that heel back behind you at the same time, really working those glutes. And exhale. And exhale. And up. And exhale. Come on, working those glutes, really squeezing up, only lowering down as low as the hip. You've got 15 seconds left. Squeezing up, really again, drawing in on that pelvic floor. Feeling that outer thigh start to burn. That burn is success. There you go. That's 45. We're on our final round of exercise. So you roll over onto your back. We're doing that crunch. Let's go. Drawing those abdominals in. Pull up on the pelvic floor. Squeeze those abs. And we crunch up and back. Once again, hands can be by your side, across the chest, or behind your head. Wherever you are at today. It's different every day. You make sure you're squeezing those abdominals wherever you are. You may even want to place your hand on the abdominals to make sure you're engaging and squeezing those muscles to lift right up. Exhale. And exhale. 20 seconds are left. And squeeze. And squeeze. And up. 10 seconds are left of this exercise. It's your final set of crunches today. 4, 3, 2, and good. All right. Going on to the reverse abs. Your final set of reverse abs. So let's make them work. Okay. Really squeeze the lower abdominals. 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Keeping those hands by your side, across the chest, or behind the head. You want to make sure that you're working those lower abdominals. If you want to keep your hands here to help you focus, you do that. Really press and feel those abdominals working from the pelvic floor, from the pubic bone, right up to the belly button. So really squeeze to lift. Really squeeze. As you extend those legs out, the top of the hips, do not leave the mat. Exhale. You keep going there. I've lost my timer again. I have to do something about that. Keep going. Reverse abs. 4, 3, 2, and good. Okay, wide leg, hip flip. Take those legs as wide as the mat. We're working those outer glutes again. And we're going to draw in on that pelvic floor, contract the abdominals to help support your spine. And ready, go. Squeezing up, making sure you're intentional with this movement, engaging those glutes, drawing in on that pelvic floor. You're always supporting that core, keeping those abdominals contracted as well. Those glutes are staying contracted all the way up and all the way down. Hands can be by your side, across the chest, or behind your head. Behind your head. This is going to be one of the more challenging. This is one of the more challenging way to do it. Because you're not able to press through any other part of your body but your glute. Press into those heels, even lift those toes. Final 8 seconds are left here. You squeeze. 3, 2, and excellent. All right. Now we're going on to the oblique crunch. With that oblique crunch, we're going over to the side. You can keep your hand out to the side on your belly or behind your head. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we go. Over to the side. Remember, using those abdominals the same way we would to wring out a cloth. You twist. You twist. purposeful engagement. Imagine your hands are here and you're twisting and you're keeping those hips against the mat at all times by engaging the lower abdominals even more. You're twisting the ribs to the opposite side of the body by engaging that midsection, that entire midsection. Exhale up, inhale back. Exhale up, inhale back. Woo! And squeeze. You've got 10 seconds left. And exhale. 4, 3, 2, and good. All right. Now we're going to move on to the other side. If you need to extend your legs out here right now to stretch out that midsection, you do so. And we're going to get ready to move again in 5, 4, 3, 2, and go. Over to the side. Extend it. Exhale. And back. And exhale, crossing the body. Inhale back. Really keeping those hips. Both hips are in contact with the floor at all times. Sliding the ribs, engaging the abdominals to bring those ribs to the other side of the body. Exhaling as you do so, as you lift up. So you've got 20 seconds left. Really working here, drawing in on that pelvic floor, keeping those abdominals engaged. And 10 seconds are left. And exhale. 4, 3, 2, and good. And good. Perfect. Now we're doing that hip lift again. Feet are hip width apart. Knees stay pointing to the ceiling at all times. Again, we're engaging those glutes and keeping them engaged all the way through. Drawing in on the pelvic floor to support your spine and go. Squeezing up. Hands are by your side across the chest, or challenge yourself more by bringing your hands right up behind your head. Squeeze those glutes to lift up. And you're exhaling each time you go. You're staying contracted all the way up and all the way back down. And you exhale. 20 seconds are left. Squeezing up and engaging. Squeezing up, maintaining that engagement in that glute area. We're drawing in on that pelvic floor to help you get there. You're on your final 5, 4, 3, 2, and good. All right. Now we're moving on to ab curl with reverse curl. So hands are behind your head. Your legs are going to come up. Top of the pelvis is against the mat at all times, as well as the low part of the ribs. And here we go. We're squeezing, pulling everything together. This is your last exercise, ab exercise today. So we're going to really make sure you're squeezing that midsection all the way through. You exhale up and you inhale back. Exhale up, inhale back. Squeezing to lift and squeezing to lift. Exhale. You've got 20 seconds left. You want to make sure that you're being intentional with this final ab exercise of the day. No matter how tired they are right now, you make sure you squeeze out that last little bit. You think you're done? You give it a little bit more. You got this. 4, 3, 2, and how beautiful is that? We're moving on to the side, and we're gonna do that lateral raise. Bottom knee is bent, top leg is extended out and at hip height. Head is resting on the arm. We've got 3, 2, engage your glutes, and lift. Squeezing up, inhale down, exhale up, inhale down, exhale up. Your foot is not going any lower than hip height, and you're squeezing through the outer thigh to do this. And exhale, and exhale, exhale up, really squeezing. 20 seconds are left. And up, and up. Woo. Feel that intentional movement. Can you feel those muscles working in your outer hips? When you stand up, they're going to feel good. They're going to feel strong. And that's 45. Okay, we're going on to the other side. to finish it off. Your final 45 seconds of this workout today. So you're lying on your side, bottom knee is bent, top leg is extended, and at hip height. And go, squeezing up, coming down, no lower than hip height. You're squeezing through those glutes. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. And good, really squeezing. Drawing in on that pelvic floor as always. We're never letting that go. Nope. I think I brought my leg up a little too high there. We don't want to go too high because we want to keep this contraction here. We come up too high, we're starting to move it into the back glute. I don't want to do that right now, not with this workout. I want to keep this right here. That's why my hand is here. I want to feel the muscles working under my hand. I want to know that that is the area that's burning. That's 4, 3, 2, and good. And there you have it for today, guys. Thanks for joining me for abs and booty. I look forward to seeing you next time if I make it without falling. Bye.